open up. You OPN, bitch, you won't be BM. We should be closer than friends.
Hey love bugs, welcome to Brunch with Lola. I am Lola, loving outwardly, living abundantly, and thank you all for tuning in for yet another episode. You guys have been so awesome. You guys are so wonderful. Every ear that hears is a piece of love given to me. I just wanted to touch bases. It's not going to be a normal show today. Just the fact that, you know, from everything that's going on right now in the world, from this pandemic all the way down to the killing of a black man, who definitely didn't deserve to be killed. I'm kind of in my feelings a little bit, you know, and I just feel as if, you know, I wanted to come on the show and really talk about this situation. I'm not going to talk about it too much because it does bother me. I am sensitive, and, you know, things like this, it hurts. And it's sad, and it saddens me to the point where, you know, it can kind of consume my thoughts. And I don't want that to be the case. But definitely I didn't want to go without saying anything about it at all. So definitely this episode is completely different. It's crazy, you know, and now we're down to, you know, there's looting, and it's crazy. I mean, I understand that we all have feelings, we all have emotions, and we all feel some type of way. I'm not saying that it's a wrong or right thing to do to express yourself, but we do have to be careful on how we express ourselves. We do want to get people's attention. You know, we do want to let the world know, like, hey, this has to stop. You know, these things, these killings, and just this injustice, and this, you know, this discrimination and this racism, it has to stop. It really has to stop. But we have to do our part as well in making it stop by doing the right thing. You know, I was going to title this episode, Let's Stick Together. And I will, because I feel as if it's the time now more than ever for us to come together and really try to do something and come up with something to change. You know, it's tough and it's difficult. I mean, I understand, and I don't want to talk politics too much, but definitely when you have someone in a position as president, who pretty much makes it seem like it's okay, and pretty much is making it seem like it's okay to be racist, then you have a lot of people who are following under the line, you know, in line with that. And definitely it's something I don't agree with. But I just wanted to encourage people, my people, and just encourage everyone who listens to Brunch with Lola to try to really challenge yourself in becoming your best version, okay? Because it definitely starts with the individual. It starts with the man in the mirror, okay? Like Mike said, you know, it starts with us. It really does. But we have to elevate our mind to a point where we understand that this is a circle cycle. This world that we live in is energy. And what we put out there definitely is what we get back. Unfortunately, sometimes, in most cases, you know, you do put good out there and you still get nothing but bad. You know, like in this case, rest in peace, George Floyd. Not that he was putting good out there or not, but my point is that it's sometimes not in our control, but it's still our duty and it's still our job to be the best version of ourselves and to put out good energy and to put out love, no matter what, to keep putting out love. So I want to encourage us to stick together and, first of all, come together and then stick together, because if we don't, they can really continue to tear us apart and kill us and tear us down and, underestimate us. And it's not good. It's not fair. And it's definitely a sad thing. It's really a shame, and I feel, sorry for the police officers who are good, who try to do their job and do the best that they can, because now it's a bad rap for them all, which is unfair to say, kind of, but it's the truth of the matter. And my personal opinion, is I don't really like to deal with the police. I feel as if you don't have any integrity about yourself as a person, you shouldn't even be able to get the job. But we live in a world where, pretty much people hire anyone. I don't know how much psychological training or background they go through in order to see if they're qualified to be in this particular position. I really don't know the steps and the procedures, but definitely I would hope that is the case from now on, because it just doesn't make any sense. We're supposed to, quote unquote, be able to trust the police officers, and they're supposed to protect. But definitely that's gone out the window long time ago, and it's just an unfortunate situation. I feel sorry and I feel bad for the family members and friends of George Floyd that has to deal with his loss. Absolutely in no shape, form, or fashion should any man be killed in that type of way, especially from the law enforcers. So definitely, just try to, this week, this is a tough situation. We have a lot of looting going on downtown LA area, and people are upset and mad, and I don't blame them. But let's try to think of ways we can do something, to make a real change. It's okay to get attention. It's okay to express your feelings. But let's try to do it in a way that can really make some real change. I know that it's easier said than done, for sure, but definitely things can be done. You have a voice, I have a voice. We have a right to express our voice. Definitely, it takes a lot, and it takes time. We have to start supporting each other more now than ever, with this whole pandemic situation. That was one thing, and now this is another. We have to stick together. We have to come together and stick together and support each other. Definitely, I've done research, and I've said this in one of my previous episodes of how, in the African American community, the dollar, it doesn't even circulate. It doesn't circulate at all within our own community, and we need to change that. And definitely, it's like I said, it's easier said than done. I know it's not easy to get businesses started and to get loans and things like that, but this is the reason why we need to keep educating ourselves and keep motivating ourselves and making ourselves better, so that there can be there can be nothing to stop us. We have to work on ourselves. We have to work on our finances, work on our credit, work on, a lot of things that could help us get ahead, And I'm saying this to you all, but also I'm saying this for myself. because I am an African American woman. And, you know, I was telling my friend the other day, it's hard for us too, as women, or at least it seems like it's getting and going in that direction, because the world is changing right before our eyes for the worse. Okay. Before it was like, okay, they're killing our black men, black men, they're going to jail. And it's still true. That is the case. But definitely for a black woman, now I'm afraid, and now I'm, conscious of my surroundings, and I have to be careful because they can take me down as well, God forbid that ever happens. But all I'm saying is to just be conscious, to be careful, and to just better yourself, so that when you want to put your foot out there and you want to step out there and start a business or do something to be a positive light, you won't have anything hindering you. How does that tie into what I'm saying? Basically, it starts with us as an individual. We could loot and riot all day long, but what are we showing? What message are we putting out there? We are already looked at in a negative light. We are already looked at as less than, and so we want to make sure that we are carrying ourselves to the degree that God would have us to be. And it's sad that we have to do this, because we are human beings just like our Caucasian brothers and sisters, and our Chinese brothers and sisters, our Asian, we're all human beings, and we shouldn't have to do, that extra, but we've been doing it for so long already. We've been being on our P's and Q's for so long, because we understand and know that we are looked at and we are outcast. We're looked at as different. So we always have to be on top of our game. You know what I mean? So I'm saying to use that to your advantage. We know that this is a system that we're stuck in. Okay. And because we have knowledge of that, we need to use that to our advantage. Don't allow them to have something to say against us, or have something to hinder or stop us, or give them a reason to stop us. If we have all our stuff together from A to Z, then really you have nothing to say to me. You know what I mean? But it takes time to get there. We can't do that while we're out there looting and out there, burning up things. Definitely, like I said, we should be able to express ourselves. But let's be mindful and be careful, because remember, they have numbers as well. They can come out with police officers and National Guards, and you think that they won't shoot you. They will, unfortunately, and it's sad to say. So it's just be careful, be careful out there. That was on my mind. And definitely, I want to encourage all of the black men out there. As a black woman, we need you guys. Okay, we do. We need you guys to survive. And we know that it's hard. We know that it's difficult. We know that it's a struggle. But just know that, there's some women out here who's rooting for you. Okay? So keep your head up and stay encouraged. Meditate, pray, read your Bible, and really just take heed to yourself and think about what it is that you can do to make real change. I used to think a long time ago, like, what could I do? I'm only one voice. I'm only one person, but you have to make the number count. My voice I will use to be heard, and I suggest you do the same. All right, love bugs. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you guys will have, despite the current situations that we're in, I really hope that you guys can continue to have a great week that's coming up. And, try to push through, even though, it's just so much going on. Try to push through. And thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are always welcome every Sunday morning. You can check me out here on Brunch with Lola, or you can go to YouTube, just search Brunch with Lola. You can also find me on brunchwithlola.com. On Instagram, I am Brunch with Lola, at Brunch with Lola, and I'm at Melody Lola for Twitter and at Melody Lola for Snap. You guys, thank you so much. If no one told you today, you're awesome. You're amazing, you're loved, you're strong, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're intelligent. You are the bomb. And whatever you want to do, just do it. Put your mind to it and do it. Thank you guys so much. And until the next one, mwah.